everybody, my name's Sabine and welcome to 50% of Booking. Today I will be doing the movie tag because I love movies. Who doesn't love movies? It was created by Chbosky and I will leave the link in the thing. Let's do this thing. So the first question is, what is your favorite movie of all time? My favorite movie of all time is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, collectively, because it's a movie that it's a trilogy that I grew up with, and it had everything that I wanted when I was a kid. It had the righteousness of the heroes, and it had adventure and action and romance, and I hated Saruman because he was cutting down the trees, and I loved when they defeated him, and I loved the change of settings, how they'd go from one location to another. I felt like I was seeing the world without seeing it, because that had always been like a dream of mine, and I got to do it through that movie, even though it wasn't a real world. I've always loved adventure, with all these magical locations like Moria and Mordor and Isengard. It was just fantastic, and I fell in love with it. I still am in love with it. A favorite scene from that movie. My favorite scene from that movie is the scene in the third movie where Pippin is singing, and while he's singing, they like cut in scenes from the battle that's going on in Gondor. I thought that was really cool. Okay, favorite actors / actresses. My favorite actress is Audrey Hepburn. I love all her movies. Roman Holiday, Funny Face, and I love how reserved, obviously in the 1950s, you'd probably be pretty reserved, but I think she's gorgeous, and I think she's so elegant, and every movement that she makes in each of her movies just feels so brilliant, so smart, and so like the opposite of ditzy, man. The opposite of ditzy. I don't know what the word for that is. Most annoying actors / actresses. I don't like Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise, and Emma Roberts. Best director, I would have to say David Fincher. It's pronounced Fincher? I don't know. Favorite guilty pleasure film. Okay, don't judge, guys, because we all have movies that we like that people wouldn't consider good movies. And for me, the movie that I always watch when I'm feeling down and when I want to get up and dance and all that stuff is Mamma Mia, with Amanda Seyfried, Pierce Brosnan, Colin Firth, Alan Skarsgård, and Meryl Streep. Because I love ABBA, Judge Not, and Grease. Favorite tearjerker? This is gonna be really weird, but I cried so much during the movie The Help. I don't know why. Question number 8. Character from a movie that scared you the most. Okay, you guys. When I was a little kid and I watched this movie, the guy here scared me so much that up to now I'm still frightened by him, and I don't even I don't want to think about him getting goosebumps. But this character is the Grinch from Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, played by Jim Carrey, because he was so any furry, a human that is furry like that and like not the right color but like humanoid, that is like one of my worst fears, man. Movie you love but everybody hates. Okay guys, don't kill me, but I really like the new Star Wars movies. I mean, okay, I love the old ones, but I don't hate the new ones. I actually really like them, because when I was growing up, I didn't grow up with the old Star Wars movies. I grew up with the new ones, and I didn't know the difference back then. I didn't know what was a good movie and what wasn't. I just enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed the characters and the setting, and I didn't know about the racist undertones, and I really liked it, and I still do really like them. I had nothing to compare them to. Movie you hate but everyone loves. Do you want to build a snowman? Favorite movie duo. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in any Edgar Wright movie. meaning the Cornetto trilogy. 12, favorite animated movie, Tangled. 13, actor/actress crush. At the moment, Pedro Pascal, who plays Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones, but forever and always, Johnny Depp. Especially in Sleepy Hollow. Favorite movie villain, Lamia from Stardust, who is played by Michelle Pfeiffer. What movie surprised you most? Okay, the movie that surprised me most is my second favorite movie of all time, which is Fight Club. And the reason it surprised me is, okay, if you've watched Fight Club, you know the whole plot twist thing, but that wasn't exactly what surprised me. What surprised me was that before watching it, I already knew what the plot twist was. And yet when I watched it, it was so good, I completely forgot about it. And when they revealed it, I was surprised again, and I was surprised that I was surprised. If you could only keep one movie, what would it be? And Lord of the Rings. The movie recommendation, and for whom? I would recommend Stardust to anybody who loves fantasy, because it's like the perfect fantasy. I know Lord of the Rings is my favorite, but I wouldn't say it's the perfect fantasy. I'd say it's more of the perfect adventure. Stardust is the perfect fantasy. It has the right amounts of magic, the right amounts of romance, the right amounts of everything. If you could go back in time and marry any actress or actor from back then, but like that's old now, who would it be? And I would pick Marlon Brando, because have you seen young Marlon Brando? I will put a photo of him right here, because who wouldn't want to marry him? Okay, well, he's not old now, he's dead. But let's just pretend. Okay, one remake that you wish had never been made. I got it. Okay. I'm flushed. Worst remake, When a Stranger Calls. The new one sucks. The old one, the call was coming from inside the house. That's just not the kind of movie you can remake. Okay, you're about to die but could only watch one more movie. What would it be? I'd like a good laugh before I die, and I would watch Hot Fuzz. Favorite movie genre / favorite movie from that genre? Favorite movie genre, obviously fantasy. Favorite movie from that genre, obviously, not that obviously, Stardust. And what's the first movie you remember watching in theaters? I'm pretty sure it's Monsters, Inc. I'm not sure if I dreamt that. Well, there you go, guys. That was the movie tag, and for this tag, I am tagging everybody, because movies, they're like books come to life. So, bye! Hello, everybody.